back into this. So, I am playing Borderlands 3. In case you're wondering, I'm going to be running through this mission, which I believe is the mission from the E3 demo. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it seems very, very, very familiar to me. This is called Cult Following. It's one of the very first missions you come across in the game, and it is the Sun Smasher clan is bringing the vault map to the Holy Broadcast Center as an offering to the self-proclaimed gods, the Calypso twins. Seems like a suboptimal glitch, to be honest. It's up to you to crash the party. So I'm playing as Flak. Really enjoying Flak's play style with an animal companion. I really, really like sending the animal out to basically tear things up, where I could kind of stand in the back, the heavy-powered rifle, or, you know, mix it up. So what you're hearing in the background is actually one of the Calypso twins basically reading off a, go ahead and take this out. Basically reading off, basically donations from the church in this very demented church that they've assembled. And some pretty bizarre Borderlands humor. Some of the donations. Here we go, another one. I could shoot these things. Oh, alright. I thought maybe I could, like, destroy some of the broadcasts that we're getting, but that's okay. Alright, we're working our way into the mission proper now. This looks very similar to E3 spot. So, Flak's ability that I have equipped right now is this, ooh, jeez. My health is really low. I wonder if I'm a little underpowered for this mission. That's okay, we'll just stay back at range. Flak's ability for this mission is, basically you teleport your animal. Oh, hold on a second. There we go, okay. So, his ability is, let me go ahead and show you what it looks like real quick in case you're wondering. So I've decided to basically spec into the, like, summoning tree here. And I've put all my points into making my pet do more damage. Right now it does 50% more damage. Because I've put 5 skill points into this ability, I've unlocked this side ability, the Atomic Aroma. So when I used my skill ability, which is Gamma Burst, Flak's pet is surrounded by a radiation aura and is constantly damaging all enemies for 7 damage per second. So the ability that I have is called the Gamma Burst, where I create a rift to a target location, the pet teleports through the rift and begins to damage nearby enemies, and as I mentioned, it now has radiation damage. The cool thing is you can actually pick from 3 different pets. You could pick the Guardian Slag, which gives you 5% damage bonus. Oops. You could pick through the oh, come on. You could pick through the, where's he at? Why am I missing the pets here? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, here we go. I thought it would show a preview on the side. I was like a little confused. You could pick the Jabber Sidekick, which gives you 5% movement speed. You can see what that pet looks like there. It's kind of a different look, kind of like a monkey-looking thing with sunglasses. It's kind of cool. Jabber Companion's armed with a pistol, which is really funny. Or you could go with what I was using for a very, very long time, which is actually the Spider Ant, the Centurion. And that gives you health regeneration. And seeing as I'm kind of taking a lot of damage, I actually think I'm going to go ahead and keep this animal for a while. and get a little bit of the health bonus going with me. So you could switch. You can switch out characters, pets freely as you want. There's no penalty. You don't, if they die, you could just resummon them. It's not a big deal. For the most part, the pets are pretty smart to kind of stay out of the way. Every so often, they'll kind of go Rambo, and when they do, you just kind of let them go off to die, and they'll come back when they're done. It's not a big deal. Or you'll just summon them again. So go ahead and use the ability there. You can see the rift open. Now spewing radiation everywhere, and that's pretty awesome. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty nasty. So, I am full on inventory. This happens quite a bit in this game. You're going to start finding that you can't carry everything you want to carry, and you're just going to kind of have to leave stuff behind. Now, for me, I like to collect every single thing, and I really want to like have every piece of gear sold. Just have a ton of money, just so when something comes up, I could buy an item, whether it's, from like the item of the day, or if I just want to reload on, some like heavy power rockets or grenades, and I don't really have to feel like I am I have a problem with money. So that was a horrible, horrible location. We'll come back and hit that guy. There we go. In a lot of these levels, guns drop so fast, it's really impossible to sell every single piece of gear, which really goes against everything that I know from a standpoint of like looter shooters. I love just kind of muling weapons back, but it's impossible in this game. So you'll see me kind of look through guns quickly. If it looks like it's an upgrade, I can quickly tell based on the fact that it's, going to be green statistics, or it's going to look like it has some interesting mechanic that I haven't gotten yet to, play with. In which case I'll do the quick swap right there, which is nice. If not, I'll just look, just kind of like keep running. A lot of these crates just contain straight up money. So that's the other nice thing, is I don't necessarily feel like I have to sell stuff because I'm getting money so quickly from chests. Kind of nice.
It's time to fight.
There we go. That guy's gonna get wrecked. Oh yeah. Another thing you'll notice too when I play, there is a lot of ragdoll type physics that go into this game. Whether you're meleeing people, hitting them with a shotgun, hitting them with a little stronger weapon, people definitely have some very interesting death mechanics, which I like. You'll see them flail back and like throw their body to the sides. I haven't seen like insane amounts of like just straight up like dismemberment, but I have seen some pretty cool like there you go, like you see, I just like kind of fold backwards. Here's my little buddy down here. Get you back up, buddy. Don't you worry. There we go. Well, that's nice. Oh, that's a cool little shot. Just kind of knock him down. Now, it looked like I saw an optional quest over here. I'm not sure how to get up here. Maybe this way? Saw an exclamation there. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to get to that now, or is that when you go inside? It looks like there's something up there, but I'm not quite sure how to get up there, so we'll just leave it for now. You'll find a lot of side quests and a lot of ancillary objectives hidden throughout the game, which is really, really cool because it keeps things fresh. I can't tell you the number of times I've started on a quest and gotten so sidetracked that it took me 10-15 minutes just doing random things before I realized. Alright, we've heard this line already, lady. It would be kind of nice if the stuff that she said was original, but I guess they're just spewing it as background noise. Probably because I've taken a little longer than I should to kind of clear this area. Maybe the game designers felt that you would have already run through here by now, so you wouldn't be hearing these things again, but as I really like to take my time and explore, as I mentioned on my previous video, going through and exploring like every little individual corner and every little individual like piece, I'm taking a lot longer. There we go. What do we got? Shotgun. Different kinds of shotguns. Does 40 damage. That does 72. We'll go ahead and take that. You know, that was a decent gun, but I don't know. I like to have, I like to snipe at range and that close. I don't know. I felt like I was taking maybe a little bit too much damage. So, but I mean, just look at the sheer amount of stuff here that, like, is to explore and collect. Lots and lots and lots of things. Really hidden out, not, I don't even say hidden, just located everywhere. Like, anything you can interact with. Oh, we heard this line too, lady. Alright, we're not heading in. Anything that's got a green light on it is safe to loot.
Alright, time to welcome the Sun Smashers into our family. We'll post the vid later along with some new Let's Plays. Signing off for now. Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.
Like, follow, and obey.
Another perfect live stream from our infallible God Queen Tyreen. The Holy Broadcast Center opens once again to hear your sins and receive your skins.
I'm gonna go ahead and sell some stuff while we're get rid of some of these other guns.
I wondered where that went.
I don't know. I mean, they have a gear score that's kind of associated with them. I don't necessarily follow the gear score. Sometimes I'm more interested in just looks like what the item might do. I was using a pistol for the longest time just because I thought it was kind of a cool looking gun. And I'm sure, like, damage wise it was pretty low. When we sell some of my other guns, you'll see how low. Like, I have a level 6 shotgun that does 72 damage as opposed to this level 6, not 72 as well, that's 70. Yeah, see, the gear score sometimes isn't always accurate in terms of, like, total damage versus whatever, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. I could always pick it up later, or pick up other guns later, and you're going to get a ton of guns. So it's not really one of those things where you have to have a constant, you know, if you, like, sell something, it's not going to really mess with you too bad. You're going to be able to get other stuff. Alright, is there anything else I want to sell here? Just trying to make room inventory because I know I'm going to get some more loot here pretty soon. That's probably good for now. Alright, let's go on inside. This is definitely the E3 demo, by the way. Somebody asks, do you remember the FGE site that I used to write for? Yes, I do remember the FGE site that I used to write for. Film, games, etc. I wrote there for maybe 4 years? 3 or 4 years? I enjoyed it. I decided to jump over to YouTube. I didn't really have any issue with the owner. I never really met who it was. Seemed like a nice person. Paid me well per article, whether it did well or not. And I wasn't really sure. Like, I can't say I got a ton of feedback on some of the stuff that I wrote, but I think it really helped me refine my passion for video game journalism, if you want to think of it that way. Oh. Okay. So, when I decided to go to YouTube, I mean, I definitely don't make enough. I still, with all my YouTube revenue, I think I would have made way more if I had stayed with that guy, kept writing. Okay.
You there, how are your last breaths going?
I love this radiated animal. It does so good. So good with this AoE attack. I mean, you're seeing the shotgun when I hit people. I mean, it's blowing them backwards, which is really, really cool because when they're being blown backwards, they can't attack me. Get some of these nice cleanup kills pretty quickly. So people pop out of pipes and random things. Oh my god, that guy just exploded. I don't know if that was my spider or there was a barrel there and I just didn't see it. I mean, that guy just was completely mulched.
You find something for me?
Alright, let's go ahead and keep opening chests. Let's see what else we have out here. Okay. Question is about wrestling. I have not watched WWE in a very long time. But weirdly enough, I still follow it. I'm very familiar with the current storylines, and I'm very familiar with kind of like what's been going on at the pay-per-views, and I still read all of the quote-unquote wrestling rags, some of which I actually for under a pseudonym. So I still follow. Maybe just thought I'd like to see that like some of the stuff that I wrote. Not that it's still relevant. Not even remotely close. We're talking like 8 years ago. But yeah. I think WWE's in an interesting place right now. Okay, hold on. Okay, I didn't get caught in that time. I think WWE's in a really interesting place right now because it's such a transition period. So the guys that I grew up with are long gone, and then those replacements are now long gone. You don't see like Cena anymore. You know, a lot of guys who like really carried wrestling, and whether you loved or hated Cena, you know, whether you felt he buried everybody intentionally, unintentionally, whatever. You know, a lot of these guys that have just really put a lot of time into the sport are kind of fading away. They're just not as relevant anymore. And it's really kind of allowed for this next generation to really take over. I think if anything, wrestling has a really difficult time right now. Like WWE's having a really hard time figuring out who they want to like help. So like what they did to Bray Wyatt at this last pay-per-view was just an absolute shame. I mean, you saw everybody chanting for refunds and like I would if I was paying for WWE Network and I saw that pay-per-view with Bray Wyatt, I would have lost my mind. Like, I would have been out there riding like everybody else, no doubt about it. Because, like, what they did to that guy is just so bad. And they just, I don't know if it's Vince. I hear that Vince still has a lot of, like, ownership in the, you know, ooh, a golden, look at this. Ooh, a legendary. Let's check this sucker out. I hear, like, Vince still has a lot of say in WWE. I'm not entirely sure if that's true, honestly. I mean, I'm gonna say he's out of it, but like day to day, I kind of feel like Hunter's taken over. They have a really interesting challenge right now, though. I think they really need to spend some time picking who. They don't need to have like one person. They really need to spend some time like building up a couple people instead of giving everybody these small pushes. I feel like there's nobody we can like rally to in terms of like you think of like Hulk Hogan or like Ultimate Warrior. Guys that really like define the sport, that they're universal to everybody. You don't really have that in wrestling. And when I tell my friends about some of the things that are going on currently in WWE, they have no idea what I'm talking about. They're like, who is that guy? And I'm like, oh yeah, like we got a lot of randos on there now, you know? I think that's something they really need to work on. This is item score 150 in engraving ogre. It's all ogre now. It does extra weapon damage, extra accuracy, splash damage, but look how weak it is. I don't know. It doesn't... The DPS is not very good, despite the fact... I mean, I don't know. Is it a fast rate of fire? Okay, it's just like little mini rockets. It's kind of interesting. What I love about this game is the sheer amount of weapon modifiers you're running into. I just really love... What does he use? Oh, lockers here. Thought I looted all this. Yeah, I mean, like, a gun that's a rocket launcher gun, like, that's pretty cool, right? Questions about my most anticipated game of 2019. Honestly, and you're going to laugh at me, it already came out. Despite the panning that it has been receiving, I was really, really looking forward to Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I am a huge tactical shooter fan, and I sunk, I want to say 30 hours or so into the Division 2 on the computer. And I loved it, but I also hated the fact that like enemies were bullet sponges. That dude just got wrecked. That was awesome. However, and I do think that Ghost Recon is still a great game, despite the fact everybody universally hates it. I am still enjoying it, and I would have actually been playing it tonight, but my it didn't patch. So I came home, I turned on the PS4, and I had like a 7 or 8 gigabyte download. And I was like, oh, that's going to take a while. So I jumped into Borderlands 3, which was patched, and I decided just to stream this tonight instead. So Ghost Recon definitely, but if you want another answer for a game that hasn't come out, without a doubt, Modern Warfare. I was absolutely blown away by how incredible Modern Warfare looks on any console. I mean, the computer looks phenomenal too, but it's going to, right? But how phenomenal it looked on PS4 and on Xbox, and how well it controlled. Every game mode just blew me away. I cannot wait to dive back in and get just blown away by, you know, Captain Price and his crazy adventures. So I'd have to say Modern Warfare is the game that I am looking forward to the most right now, even though I really, really like Ghost Recon and I still play it a lot. Alright. Look, some more guns here. What do we got here? We have a... Looks like... You know what, I'll go ahead and try this one out. Type of machine gun. Able to switch between burst fire or semi-auto. We'll go with burst fire. Okay, I'm just gonna run past here so I don't get hurt by the sound waves. Oh, there's a lot of them. Oh, that guy took some damage. That was pretty cool. Well, this 3-round burst feels nice. Oh, that feels really nice. I love that gun. Oh man, I love that tactical feel to it. It feels really good. I know it's not my strongest gun, and I don't care. I'm okay with that. So let's see what's down here. Looks like the boss is probably down there, if I recall correctly. There's a save point here, so I'm assuming if you die, you just restart and jump down. This game does a very, very good job as well, I think, of putting save points in meaningful places, so that you never really feel like any of your progress is radically lost. So, yep. So let's go ahead and sell off some of our other gear. I'll dump this shotgun. I'm going to dump... Yeah, I'm going to keep that. That's what I currently have equipped. Vigilant, Rattler. I got these shotgun. I don't need 2 sniper rifles. And I don't need... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I feel good with what I got. Alright, let's go down here and let's fight the big man. I remember this boss fight from E3. It's pretty interesting, so we'll just jump down and get the party started. Here we go. Sonic Doom! Love the music. Oh, that hurt. Oof. That was really stupid. So I could see where the sound is, and I walk right into it. It was pretty stupid. So what Mouthpiece likes to do is he's got all these speakers everywhere. He wants you to, you know, obviously avoid them. They keep adding ads for you to fight. Wow, this guy wrecked me. Man, I am getting absolutely smashed by this guy. I don't know, about half HP. It's not bad. He's just in there dancing. That's great. I really can't take much damage from him. I feel like I need to leave some ads floating around too. Just so I can kill him to get second wind. 'Cause oh boy. There we go. So my pet is dead for another 45 seconds, which kind of stinks. Yeah, this gun just doesn't seem very powerful, does it? There we go, get some good AoE damage on Mouthpiece there. Oh my gosh, my HP is so low. Three seconds till I get my pet back. That'll be great. I'm gonna need some help. Hopefully he's gonna finish off Mouthpiece with his AoE poison.
Aha! The vault map.
There we go. Alright, now we go around and collect all of our hard-earned rewards. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. Got a level out of the deal. Lots of chests to explore. Grab all the gear out of here. More over here. Okay. What else we got? I will say this game does a phenomenal job of really making you feel, really making you feel like you did something, because, man, there's so much stuff just laying everywhere. It's just like, I did that, you know? Alright, let's go over, I think we got all the ancillary stuff. Let's go ahead and just walk through. Pick up some of, let's see, we got new shields. This isn't an upgrade. Another new shield, not an upgrade. Let's try this new gun, the Killing Ward. See what this thing does. That's really cool. It's got like music, kind of that. It's kind of almost like the same. Like it reminds me of the speakers. That's really cool. Very themed weapon. We also have the Rototator. Unlimited magazine, but it heats up and eventually breaks. So these guns are cool too. This is something new they've added. In terms of a gun that just has like sort of unlimited ammo until it breaks. So we shoot a couple rounds. That's cool. You'll notice it's got 274 rounds and then kind of runs out. You can get more ammo for it.
Perfection.
But it's a cool new mechanic. Kind of reminds me of ethereal weapons in Diablo.
Did you come all this way for that busted-ass map, or are you just here to see me? Didn't know you were such a super fan. Oh, you missed the show? Oh, right. But you're all like, what's up with those husks? Well, it's a thing I do. Check out the screens.
I guess they're shaky.
The Sun Smashers a place in our family, but they just wanted guns and cash. They betrayed the family. Oh, then Troy said something great.
Gods don't negotiate.
Gods don't negotiate. I love it. Love it.
His arm is way too big.
Like I said, that map is super busted, so go ahead and take it. I'll swing by later to pick it up. You're my most loyal follower, Vault Thief. You just don't know it yet.
Well, you could think that, lady, but do what I want.
I knew you'd find the map killer. Bring it back, and don't let it out of your sight. I lost it once. I won't lose it again.
Got it. Yeah, is there still treasure in there? God, I feel like I've looted.
Nose for treasure, I see.
Loaded a lot. All right. That's it, I think. Usually these dungeons kind of have a loop way out. Worth checking every little corner, though. Sometimes there's hidden little chests and stuff and pieces of lore.
Once we receive the map, our followers will escort you to the welcome ceremony. The Great Vault beckons!
Oh, there you go. 2 more guns now to pick up. Also got an upgrade. Let's go ahead and check out some skill points. I'm going to keep sticking to the current tree that I'm in. I can now either do passive, which gives me just overall gun damage, or when my pet attacks, it's automatic critical hit, or I can move down into some new abilities. Whenever your pet deals damage, I regenerate health. That's kind of nice. When your pet takes damage, it returns some of that damage to the attacker, or when pet damage is dealt, you get a stack of frenzy. Each stack of frenzy increases damage. I'm going to go with the healing. I'm having a hard time staying alive, so I think all the healing I can get is most welcome right now. And it makes a nice big loop, as all great dungeons do. It loops us around back to the exit so we can get out of here in a timely fashion. Without spending too long running through each little individual portion of the map, which I like a lot. Very Skyrim-esque in its design. Not sure why this is closed off. The broadcast center is closed. Is there anything I could do here to open it up? When in doubt, shoot it. Oh. Can't use a computer or anything. Okay. Well, there it is. Alright, well, as you could see also, just to show that the gun did replenish its ammo as I picked up other stuff, so it's not like ammo is lost for all time. It's just kind of a limited thing, so. Well, there you have it. Thought I'd do a quick little stream tonight, wrapping up at least first part of the game. My cell phone's about to die, and can't see comments while I'm playing, because without my phone, I can't read any, so. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream if you watched it live. If you watch it later, hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I will be doing more of this. Trying to do bite-sized stuff, just fun, kind of showing you off some of the mechanics, some of the guns. I think Borderlands 3 is a phenomenal experience. I highly recommend you pick this game up. With that, I'm going to close out this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.